And as periods overlap, you'll notice a little bit of back and forth, but now we're going to go dive a little bit deeper into the beliefs that shaped the Vedics. The early Vedic period, like we said, around 1500 to 500 BCE, focused heavily on a complex system of rituals and sacrifices. Brahmin priests often performed these ceremonies, which were central to religious life. A key part of these practices was fire ritual, mainly for Agni, the fire god, who acted as a messenger carrying offerings from people to the gods. Carefully composed and chanted hymns were vital for calling on different deities and creating a good connection with the universe. A central idea in Vedic thought was Rata, the cosmic order. He represented the basic rules of nature and mortality, controlling everything from the regular seasons to how people should act. By doing the required rituals and offering material sacrifices, people believed that they were helping to keep this cosmic harmony, not just please the gods. This view meant that human actions, even the tiny ones, were linked to the grand connected pattern of the universe. While there were many gods and goddesses, these Vedic rituals hinted at a single overarching principle that was in everything, even if it wasn't clearly stated. The focus was on how well rituals worked to get the desired results, which were good fortune, children, health, and a good afterlife. The Upanishadic texts, which appeared towards the end of the Vedic period, around 800 to 200 BCE, marked a big philosophical change. This time saw a move away from outward rituals and sacrifices to inward look at the ultimate reality and the true self. This era is sometimes called the forest-dwelling period because many of these philosophical searches happened in secluded forests, creating a place for deep thought and discussion. The Upanishad's biggest contribution was introducing the ideas of Brahman and Atman. Brahman was considered the ultimate unseen reality, the origin and core of the entire universe, beyond all differences and limits. It's endless, eternal, and everywhere, the source of all existence. At the same time, the Upanishad stated that the Atman, the individual soul or true self, is one with Brahman. The famous saying, Tat Tav Asi, thou art that, captures this insight, suggesting that the seemingly individual self is, at its core, the universal ultimate reality. This idea is similar to later Western philosophical ideas such as Plato's forms, which suggests an ideal, unchanging world of perfect forms behind the changing world, and Plotinus's one, the ultimate indescribable source from which everything comes in Neoplatonism. Along with these main ideas, the Upanishads also introduced and explained the ideas of rebirth, samsara, and karma. Karma, meaning action, became the very idea that action, thought, and word creates a corresponding reaction, shaping one's future lives. Rebirth was seen as a continuous cycle of existence, driven by accumulation of karma. The final aim, or moksha, liberation, became an ending of this cycle of rebirth by realizing that Atman and Brahman are the same. These ideas of cyclical existence, the moral principle of cause and effect, and the search for liberation strongly connect with the later philosophical and religious traditions, including Salvation and Gnosticism and various forms of mystical Christianity, both of which stress inner knowledge and a journey towards unity with the divine. Along with these philosophical changes, the Upanishadic period also saw the development of practical methods for inner change and understanding these deep truths. These included meditation and breath control, which are dhyana and pranayama. Meditation in its various forms aimed to calm the busy mind, to go beyond sensory distractions and allow for a direct intuitive understanding of reality. Pranayama, the controlled regulation of breath, was seen as a strong tool to calm the nervous system, control the flow of vital energy or prana, and help achieve deeper states of awareness. These practices worked as early forms of ways to understand our consciousness. They were systematic methods designed to expand human awareness, change states of consciousness, and connect the individual human experience with the cosmic principles that were explained in the Upanishads. So by doing these inner practices, seekers aimed to directly experience the unity of the Atman and the Brahman, moving past intellectual understanding to a living awareness of their connection with the ultimate reality. This focus on direct experience and developing inner tools for self-discovery would set the stage for future yogic and meditative traditions in India, which greatly influenced the path of spiritual and philosophical thoughts on the subcontinent and beyond. The Axial Age, which was approximately 800 to 200 BCE, marked a key era of intellectual and spiritual change across various civilizations. During this time, philosophical and religious thought flourished simultaneously, one of the reasons why you see a lot of jumping back and forth, as we continue to shape the human understanding. This period saw a widespread questioning of old beliefs and the emergence of new ideas about ethics, how the universe worked, and what existence means. In India, this era saw the beginning of two influential spiritual paths, Buddhism and Jainism. Both began as movements to change things, challenging the strict social structures and rituals of the Vedic tradition. Buddhism, started by Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, focused on looking inward, ending suffering by understanding and getting rid of desire and achieving nirvana. Jainism emphasized extreme non-violence towards all living beings, self-denial, and freedom from the cycle of rebirth through strict self-discipline. These two movements provided different ways to achieve spiritual freedom, promoting personal experience and ethical behavior over simply following ritual. At the same time, in China, the Axial Age gave rise to the basic philosophies of Taoism and Confucianism. Taoism explained the concept of the Tao, a natural and universal principle that guides all existence. It stressed living in harmony with nature, simplicity, and an easy, spontaneous way of living, Wu Wei. Confucianism, developed by Confucius, focused on human morality, social harmony, and developing good character through education and ethical leadership. It emphasized respect for parents, respect for authority, and the importance of kind leadership, connecting spiritual thought deeply with practical ethics and the social order. And in Persia, the Axial Age saw the strengthening and development of Zoroastrian ideas about the end times. This ancient religion was attributed to the prophet Zoroaster, emphasizing the cosmic struggle between good and evil. Its teachings about a final judgment, resurrection, and a clear moral difference greatly influenced later apocalyptic traditions and Abrahamic religions, cementing its significance and its impact on religious thought in the Near East.